Well, I seen like 3 deers. That was cool. Must have been the mama and like the 2 fawns. That was cool. Ain't that what you call baby deer? Fawns? They done ran behind his house here. So probably won't see them again. They came from like in this area over here and crossed the street. I was all into it. I wanted to go live when I seen them, but it's obvious they got enough woods around here where they can just travel the neighborhood and throughout the day. That was very interesting. Seen a couple of deers, y'all. Not gonna hold y'all for this live, but let's see what happens. We're gonna see who jump up in here. I seen them come from this area. You replay the video, you'll definitely see the deers I was speaking of. So I'm not just doing live just to do live, but I'm taking a walk right now. But seeing the deers definitely gave me a reason to go live. I think it was 2 baby deers and the mother. Usually the pops got the antlers on it. That's what I learned as a youngin'. The males have the antlers. Females tend to be bigger, well, mid-size with no antlers. And that's what we just seen. Mid-size, no antlers, and two Bambis. What's up, y'all? So I like this house right here. It's built nice. Can't say too much about that. What's up, y'all? Who is that? Carry treats for deer. Let's talk. Did you see the deers? I mean, you had to replay the video to see the deers, man. I just seen like 3 deers. We probably won't even see them again. Of course, who knows? But in this neighborhood, you got deers running around. Tudo Pain Diaz. Thanks for hitting the like button, my guy. So, you got any questions about deers? Tell me more. You got any information on deers? I just know they give you some peace. That sometimes, I had an encounter with a deer when I was driving. Right now I'm walking. My encounter with the deer was that I probably was like 200 feet, 200 yards away from the deer as it was crossing the street. Well, so as I'm riding at the speed that I was driving, all I see was something come out of the woods, and it was a deer. And I mean, if I would have kept at that same speed and didn't stop, that deer was about to come from across the street from where it was onto the side of the street where I was. And we was gonna hit at the same time. So the thing that about that is that when I had stopped, I knew, I said, like, dang, we about to just, we finna just ram into each other. I stopped and then it stopped. I was like, man, get out of here. I mean, it stopped in the middle of the street and looked straight at me when I stopped. That was crazy. So I'm like, I was spooked. But yeah, that was a crazy encounter of a deer. No, not no French breed. I'm talking about the animal. Like a deer, like an animal. What are you talking about, a French breed? I never heard of French breed. It's called deer. I heard a deer park, like the water bottle. You would have got me with that one. Well, my feet hurt, boy. But Toto, what's up, man? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, You're the only one in here. If you got any questions, you can ask. Like I said, if you got any concerns about what we're speaking about, deers or anything, or any other questions, you might as well ask them now. Feed bread to the animals. That would have been a good idea, but I'm nowhere near home, and I do have deers near me, but I don't think I'm too close. I don't get too close to them to actually feed them bread, but I'm pretty sure they'll find some food. But if I had a chance to feed a deer with bread, I would, but that's very rare. So just like the deers just then when they ran away from me, they ran away from me. I was trying to just be polite and give them their space, but it seems like they kind of was like, okay, it's time to go. We don't want you to get too close, so they ran in the back of the neighborhood, back of the yard, and I ain't see them no more. But yeah, feeding bread to the animals, man. I feed bread to like birds. So if you watch my videos, you'll see me feeding bread to birds, and many birds visit the back porch. I believe I can name just about all of them. But if it's something that I miss, you definitely can tap in and get the name and the birds with me. Yeah, people don't know too much about birds like I do. Every time you see a bird, you're actually giving it relief from all the chaos that it's going through in the world. And so feeding birds is a good thing. And that same relief that you give the bird when they leave, they actually, it's like taking it to the underworld to kind of fix some of the chaos that's out in the world. So you giving it relief when you need it, and they sending messages to the underworld of the relief that you gave it. So it kind of gives a peaceful state for the whole frequency thing. Yeah, I talk about that on my channel too, man. When it comes to frequency, birds are a great way to be to find out what frequency you're on, because birds don't actually go around people they don't feel comfortable with, and you gotta notice the frequency by the colors of the birds. So you know you got a chakra system. So the same chakra system has a lot to do with the world that we're dealing with. So all these colors that you're seeing, it's a vibe, and you gotta know what vibe you're on, know what frequency you're on, and birds can help with that. So you see a bird, take notice of the color of the bird, and understand the color that you're dealing with, what chakras are being activated, and it'll let you know what frequencies you're on at that time or can resonate with. Got it? No more deers. Y'all come back when y'all get a chance. Peace.